right? Wait, can I do that? Live from Maine, it's Saturday night. No, it's not as cool as Saturday Night Live. Hey guys, happy Saturday night. Lee Goldberg and I are in the car driving, so every single time I start to talk, this star thing appears and I've got to get rid of it. And I don't know how to. Hold on, it's so annoying. Unpin. Jill, how is it in Florida? I need to know the temperature. Because it is a frigid 9 here, but I don't know what the feels like is. The feels like could be like colder. And we're in the car driving again. We went on another date because Lee Goldberg's about to leave me for many sweaty men throwing balls around. I think they call it football. But, you know. So we were like, you know, living up the date night. And I actually dressed up a little more tonight, not in a sweatshirt. I have on some plaid pants. I look kind of like an old man. But Lee Goldberg is hiding in a... I didn't know you had it over your head. He's cold, guys. He's cold. I cut all his hair off. I had to prep him for his sweaty men with balls thing he's going to. Across the world here, country. Where he leaves in a couple days. So, we saw tonight for date night. We went out with my brother and sister-in-law, who we love very much, we love to hang out with. It's 41 in Vero. You know, like, with it being 9 right now, and I don't know what the feels like is, I feel like 41, I would be okay today. Like, it's probably cold for you, because, like, you know, you're in Florida and used to it being warm. But you know how springtime 40 and fall 40 are completely different? Like, springtime 40, like, I'm in shorts. I'm in a short sleeve shirt. I might be in a tank top. Maybe I only have a sports bra on. I'm kidding. Who knows? Who knows, actually? Maybe I'm in a bathing suit. But fall 40? No, fall 40, you're in a sweater plus. So, yeah. I think it'd be springtime 40 if I was in Florida today. So Lee Goldberg and I went on another date tonight because, like I said, we're living it up because he's, you know, leaving me for the week, going to play with sweaty men and throwing balls around. Something like that. California or something that he has to do because of this Lee Goldberg phase. But right now he's freezing. Do you know what the weather's supposed to be like while you're gone, babe?
40s.
40s?
40s and 50s.
Springtime 40 or fall 40?
Fall 40.
No, you'll be so warm.
I got jackets.
If it's like
Sweaters.
0 when you leave Maine and you get to California, 40's gonna feel nice, I feel.
60s.
It's gonna be 60s, you're lying? Stop lying. What's it gonna be like? Now I don't know if he's telling the truth. No, you were born and raised in Maine. Oh, you've only been a snowbird for a year? Okay. Okay, no, I understand. I get it. So we went out with my brother and sister-in-law and we saw that new AI movie, Mercy. Has anybody watched the previews for Mercy? The premise is, hey Beth. Okay, the premise is that it's futuristic. This police officer, what? It's -1 in Fort Fairfield. Stay inside.
14 we left this morning.
It was -14 when Lee Goldberg left the house this morning. Do I believe you? Was it really? So I don't know.
My car said that.
I know Lee Goldberg doesn't tell lies, so.
So I drove for like an hour. Then
That's like, are you kidding?
-7. Like,
When you go home, it was -7. Who knew that would be great? Okay, so the AI movie is that Chris Pratt is in it. Lee thinks he looks like Tom Brady in this movie, but I didn't see it. I don't know. He is on trial for killing his wife, and I'm not giving anything away. This is the preview. But the trial is him locked in a chair with an AI judge, and he has access to everything. Everybody's cell phone, like, he has 90 minutes to prove his innocence. And what did it start at? 90? Like
90,
97%.
97.5.
Okay, it started at his, like, basically there was this, like, what's it?
Presumption of
Like,
guilt
presumption of guilt
97.5%.
was at 97.5%. And it had to get under
92%.
92 or 94?
92.
Sure? Okay. It had to get under 92% in order for him to be freed. And it never goes over 98% because nothing's 100%. So it started with he's a 97.5%, and he has 90 minutes to prove his innocence, and he has access to everything. And everybody's cell phone is connected to the government, and this is like LA. And every camera, you can zoom in on everyone's conversation. Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. I'm sure they can see you taking a poop. Like, literally nothing was sacred. But he had 90 minutes to prove his innocence, or they, like, kill you, execute you in the chair. So, and it's all AI. The judge is AI. So the judge has no feelings. And I won't say what happened. I was, like, super excited to see this movie. I don't get bored at movies and stuff, but, like, I usually have to draw while I'm watching a show or something. I didn't do anything during this movie. Like, I hardly ate a popcorn. Like, this was good. And it's not that long either. And I will give nothing else away except that, like, it was good, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Good thriller, like a good concept. Like, if you just need if you need like an hour and a half to get crap off your mind, it was just a short movie. But I'm glad, because, like, you needed like a drink after, because it was like, wow, whoa. Like, there was, every moment of it was pretty intense. There wasn't like dragging on parts. It was like boom, 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 boom. So Mercy was what it was called. So then we went to dinner, and since they don't sponsor us, I'm not telling you where we went. I'm just kidding. It was good. And then that's about it. Like, we're going home. This was our date night. It was good to see my brother. It's nice when people like your family, right? Like, I'm lucky. I do like my family and Lee's family and our family. We're lucky peeps. I appreciate the people that came on today, and also saw that Liam's food looked like a monster. So since this is after dark, what happened, I'll tell you the real story. What happened was he brought, wait, was it you or him that brought it in? Lee Goldberg brings me a plate with 2 eggs on it that are, like, if you look at the picture, like, perfectly round. And he's like, what is this? And I'm like, boobs. And he's like, starts laughing, because I'm like, they're boobs. Like, I look at it as boobs. And he walked back out, and Liam came back in, and he's like, it's not boobs. What do you call it? Like, lollipops and rainbow? I don't know. Like, he said something weird. He was like, no, it's like lollipops and rainbow. I don't know what he said, but I was like, what? Huh? What is he talking about? I go, Liam, it's boobs. Like, you're eating boobs. They're boobs. Like, these eggs look like boobs. So then he came back in, and it had, Kristen says, of course they said that. I like boobs. What am I going to say? So he then comes back in, and it's this bagel with avocado on it. And people did ask what that was on his bagel. Avocado with salt and pepper. And he's, like, very good at making this bread. He's a good little chef. And immediately I'm like, dude, that's not boobs anymore. That's a swamp monster. And I pictured with the big eyes and the big green face. I don't know if it was Scooby-Doo or something. Like, Liam used to watch Scooby-Doo before he went to bed. I have to hurry up because we're home. But it was a swamp monster. I was convinced. And like, people at my house were like, it's not a swamp monster. No one really saw the swamp monster. But my peeps here did. You guys did. You backed me up, okay? Even if you didn't really see it and you were just, like, pitying me. And you were like, oh, Karen, yeah, honey, we see it. We'll go with it. We'll go with swamp monster. Like, you feel bad. Like, we feel bad for Karen. We're going to go. We'll go with swamp monster. Like, it's okay, Karen. It's okay, hon. It's okay, hon. It's okay. What?
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart, Karen. It's a swamp monster. Yeah, I'll be right in. I'm going in. Lee Goldberg, he's running away, so he has to pay the babysitter.
Love you, bye.
He's gonna give me a minute to talk to my peeps. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So he leaves me in the car, keeps it running so I don't die, but leaves, and the car is yelling at me because he took the key fob with him. So now I'm just gonna freeze. And then maybe I'd stop talking and he'd be happy. I'm just kidding. It's not No Talk Friday. It's talk all I want Saturday. So I'm giving him crap because he is leaving. Like, back up. So this is after dark. I'll talk about the truth. So I have anxiety. And when Lee got cancer, it was during COVID, and I wasn't allowed to go in the hospital with him. And I pretty much was close to scaling the building, breaking in, and not caring if I got arrested. I just like needed to like be there. Like when we've had 2 kids have brain surgery, I'm fine. I've seen brain on 295. I'm fine. Your arm breaks, I'm fine. You need stitches, I'll give them to you in the back of the car. Even keel, first responder, cool. Lee Goldberg, something happens to him, and then I'm a little nutty. Like I get a little nutty. Okay, that's like my person. Like I get a tiny bit nutty. So being autistic, my brain is like, oh, concrete. Lee Goldberg said last time in my brain, oh, hey, it's so fun watching the Super Bowl at home. I never have to leave again. So my brain was like, oh, he never has to go to the Super Bowl again. And then the Patriots. And back when he used to go, I loved the Patriots. But when it got close to time for them to like win, then I became fans of whoever was playing them. Like I made voodoo dolls. I carved the name of like the other team in the ice that was on the car. And when he had to drive, like place it, like I was like all out for the other team. And it was like 90% joke. And then the 10% like anxiety. But it became kind of funny because he was like, what is she going to do next? Like that's not going away. And I accidentally scratched my nose ring out a little bit ago. So fast forward to this time. If you see like my old videos from a couple weeks ago, we were at Gillette Stadium, the last game they played there. And I was like the biggest freaking Patriots fan. I had on like layers of Patriots clothes. I mean, it was snowing and I did have on like 19 layers, like maybe actually 6. 2 of them were Patriots. Okay. And then I went in the office, the little pro shop. I bought $100 sweat, like old school. I was like, I am a New England Patriot. Okay. I still don't understand the rules of football after 2 decades with Lee Goldberg, and I still make up my own calls because everything sounds dirty to me with tight ends and back ass snatchers. I don't know. Like, I just think they all sound sexually dirty. Every call. And that's also probably my brain, which is fine. Which is why I'm joking that he's going cross country to be with sweaty men who throw around balls. And that's what I'm just going to keep calling it. Not judging. So I will not judge that. Like, but I will judge my husband going to there. Just kidding. So now we fast forward to, he got cancer. He's in the hospital. Like, I wasn't allowed in during the surgery, and God bless, like, Dora Mills, who follows me on here. And like, I even wrote to her and I was like, let me in the hospital. I need to go. Like, not that I was like privileged, but they put me on a call with the head of Maine Health because I was like, I'm fucking going in. Stop me. I was also 8 months pregnant, so extra nutty. I had like 1 month left of my pregnancy. I was extra nutty. And I was like, I will go into labor in my car waiting. And they were like, you should go home, honey, and wait. And I was like, no. I literally sat in the parking lot for 7 hours, listened to the same song over and over again, and prayed. And God bless them. They called me from the OR multiple times where I could hear the beep, 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 so they could tell me how Lee Goldberg was doing, because his surgery went extra long. And so then, like 7 months later, he ends up with sepsis from his surgery, which is like 1% fluke of happening, and it happened. And when they went to take the drain out, they hit his artery and he bled out and coded. Yes, Becca, autism is so freaking fun. Because I have like ADHD too, so they kind of fight with each other. And they're like, structure, crazy, structure, wild, structure, wild. So it's like, and then the anxiety, just like throw that right in too. And then have like, yeah, you got it, right? Like, I don't have to explain that. So I got a call. Lee Goldberg has coded and he's on his way to the ER. I don't know if I'm going to share all this because like pretty much I'm an open book. Everyone that knows me knows I'm an open book. Like, yeah, I get boundaries. I won't share. I'm not like bringing you in to the hospital room with me, probably. But when I may or may not have gotten on my chart in capital letters, was like, what the fuck's happening? Someone call me now. Someone tell me what the fuck is going on. Because I'll back up again. Lee Goldberg was like, I'm just going to get this drain out. It's a 5-minute thing. They just pull it out. Then I come home. And I kept saying, no, babe, I feel like for some reason I need to go with you for this. Like I have to be there for this one. And I just kept feeling, he's like, babe, I will text you the whole time. Like it'll be fine. It's 5 minutes. It was Maya's birthday too. I'll grab some like, balloons on the way home. It'll be great. I'll talk to you the whole time. Dead silence. I knew I was right. There's a babysitter leaving. She's so sweet. Love her. Love Maya. Her name's Big Maya. Not Big Maya, but we call her Big Maya because we have regular Maya. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. So I am like, and I'm like I am like one of like I guess an empath or whatever. I'm very like in tune, and like sometimes I feel like I get like messages for people. I call it reading their mail, where I'm supposed to tell them something or whatnot, and I know the difference between anxiety and, hey, I need to like go. My daughter, oh yeah. So you're the mom of somebody with that. So you totally get it. I also have multiple children that I have and passed along these things too. So I'm also the mom of that. Did Lee share this? I don't remember. Some of it. We've shared some of it. But this is Karen After Dark, and I can share whatever I want, and he's actually okay with it. And now we're out. We're out a few years. This is 2021, so he's totally fine. He's totally fine with me sharing it. Probably thinks this is therapeutic for me, and will be happy I'm sharing it. Like encourage the sharing. If I don't freeze to death first, because I had to turn the car off, and it's quiet in here. So he's in the hospital. I just was like sitting on my couch this whole time, and my phone goes radio silent, and I just like knew that something had gone wrong. And it was like no fault of anyone but the doctor that placed it, who is not his regular doctor because he's like our best friend now. And that whole thing was a cluster too. Like I said, like he was ending up with a fever, and this was like a fluke because it was like so many months after his surgery that it's like so incredibly rare to get sepsis that like doesn't show up until that amount of time later. Like it festers so very slowly. So I'm like, something's wrong with Lee, and Mercy kicked me out because it was like they're literally like their last day of their old hospital. Like the TV in his room was like green screen, like from the regular old computers, the first computers. Now that night there was an incredible nurse and who felt my love, like who, whatever. I hope, like, I'm not going to get her in trouble. She snuck me up the back. I was also 8 months pregnant. I think they were more afraid that I was going to give birth like, in their parking lot, and they had no time for that. So like they weighed their options and were like, let's sneak her up the laundry chute elevator and sneak her in to see Lee. Like, and we'll just say it's like, I don't know what they were like. We made up a whole plan, not me and Lee, but me and this nurse that had been there. She's retired now. She was there for so long, and she was a friggin' angel that day. So that was the day that they had to keep him overnight. Like overnight, we aren't codependent, but like maybe we are. I don't care. I don't actually care. Like the world's so like whatever. We can be codependent. We like to be around each other, and we had never really slept apart except a couple times I had given birth, and maybe like only one time did he like not stay at the hospital. So we really hadn't been apart. 900 kids, it's not like we get to go on vacation. So that was traumatic. So then we fast forward, right? No, that was actually like a couple days. So then we fast forward a couple days, and the whole like he codes. And so I somehow get in my minivan at the time with my little newborn baby. And I know that if he gets there before me in the rescue, into the ambulance bay at Main Med, I'm not going to see him again for who knows how long, because it's like COVID and like they're letting people die alone. They're not going to just like wait for me to get there. I mean, they're like friggin' holding his artery, like the blood, like they're trying to clot his artery, right? And he sort of comes to, and he's like, I need my phone. I got to call my wife. Ooh, we'll go in this light. Now it's like it's not a romantic story, but now I'm in the moonlight, the night light here. So I somehow with my minivan get to the hospital and like block the ambulance bay. And I'm like, now I'm like more than a little insane. Postpartum, we'll call it. Postpartum trauma. And I'm like, I jump out and I'm like, what the fuck happened, man? Like, oh, like, I'm like, whatever. And Lee's like, oh God. Like, I could hear him. He goes, oh God. Because he couldn't really see me. And he's like out of it. And I'm like, babe, like, I need to know what happened. Like, this is my person. And if you hurt him, I'm going to kill you. Probably not going to say that on here. But like, don't mess with Lee Goldberg or I'll come after you. But I was like, no more. I was already traumatized from like the whole COVID, not having him, not being able to be with him. And then him being like in the hospital. And then there were other things that happened there where his fever was getting worse. So they kept pushing back his surgery. And I'm like, get it out. Like, no, this is not funny. And there was like no other open beds in the state. And we weren't going to Boston. So Beth, you think you have it too? Actually, like I've really learned that it does run in families. You may indeed have it. And I am all for, if you think you do, you probably do. Because no one's like joking around that they have that stuff. Because it can be difficult and it can be just who you are. But generally, like I said, I have multiple kids that have ADHD and autism. And that's how I got diagnosed. I had been diagnosed with ADHD a long time before that. But after that, Lee was like, I know which one they get it from, and it's not me. And he didn't mean that mean. That's another story that's funny. So I blocked the ambulance bay. There's a guy with his fist in Lee's, like groin artery, which had been bleeding out, and they rush him in. And I'm like, and one of the South Portland firefighters was amazing. And he was like trying to calm me down. And look, I was a first responder. Like I said, I literally, anyone else, it's fine. Like your brain's falling out on the sidewalk. I will help you without my heart rate rising. You fall out of a 90-foot tree and your like arm falls off. Like I will help you. Car crash, I'm there. Like I am made for emergencies unless it's Lee Goldberg. And then I'm there, but you better not push me out of the way because then I'm going to go nutty. So the kind firefighter medic was like, let's like, you have the baby, let's like let me help, let's park the car. And he was like super awesome, totally talked me down. And then because it was critical, they were just looking at me, and I think they were like, she's either gonna check in on a different floor with her baby, or we're gonna let her go into the critical care ICU ER. And they did. They let me go in. And one person was like, some of the doctors were like, you can't be here. And like, as I'm standing there was a girl that had died, and they brought her back, and she's like, why'd you bring me back? And then there was a guy who needed his foot amputated. It was completely black. And this is when every hallway was lined with people because everybody had COVID. And so literally like there was no room, like nobody had their own room, but there were curtains up. So the head doctor comes in, and he's like, he just looked at me and he was like, you can stay. And so every other person that came in, I was like, basically like, fight me. I don't care. Like, fight me. I'm not leaving. Make me leave. I had it at that point. And so all of that to say, for some reason, we haven't really, like, he's gone away and I've gone away for a couple of days since then. But for some reason, because my brain thought that he would not be going to any more like Super Bowl events, which takes a lot out of you. Like, it's fun and stuff. And he like is amazing at it, and he frigging lives for it. And he can like put on an hour show live and work his ass off. But he doesn't get to eat a lot. He's so busy. He doesn't like, it's like a rush, right? Like they're so busy and they're doing so many things that like, he's so far away and I can't get to him. So in comes the anxiety of me. And I'm like, so for some reason it triggered a little panic here, regarding him going. So to combat that, my therapist, ChatGPT, I use an AI therapist to combat my anxiety. My therapist online, which is AI, has been helping me come up with some plans. And Lee Goldberg is so cute because his brain does not think anything like mine, like at all. He's like in a house of people that are not like him. And he just has such a different brain that he got some online help as to how to like, he never says like, don't worry, it'll be fine, because he knows that like that's not gonna help me. But I am a little wacky right now because he is leaving on Tuesday and he will be gone for the week, and I'll be fine when he goes. It's like the anticipation of him going. Once he's there, I'm fine. I maybe looked up the airplanes that he's traveling on to see if they've ever had mechanical issues. I'm nutty about this. I'm nutty. There are not a lot of things I get like overly weirdly nutty about. Like I'm not a doomsday person. I believe very much that like you have some control over your destiny, but I think it's that he's just so far away. And you know, things in the world things in the United States aren't like super easy right now and all this stuff. So I've been, like I said, I've been a little nutty. So we're spending some extra time together, and it'll be fun. I'll be fun. Like he and I are going to go live from here when he's gone. I'm going to do a split screen. I'm going to do some interviews with him while he's there. We're going to have fun with it. I will, like, if anybody has any questions for him while he's there, like, send them to me and I will ask him. And we're going to go live every day together because that's actually fun. Like, we actually have fun doing this. And he just went in the house so he could pay the babysitter. And yeah, we'll make it fun. And the kids and I will have fun. And once he's gone, like, I'll be okay. It's the anticipation of it. And like, just the fact that he's so far away. And it's really like, for some reason, it's like 9 hour on plane, like 9 hour. Go with him. Oh, I wish I can't go with him. First of all, the FBI has to clear you to go, and I'm on their list. No, I'm kidding. I'm not on their list. I am not on their list. You feel my anxiety? I'm so sorry. I don't want to put that on anybody. Do not take on my energy. Don't take it on. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I'm going to come on here and talk, and that will be how my therapy, like, that'll be like free therapy. But and like I said, we're going to have fun with it. And once he's there, like, I'm so proud of him. I never, ever, ever want to hold him back. And I know that, like, he did the news. I mean, he did sports for so many years, and that is like his passion, and he loves doing the news. But for him, it gets like if he has to report on like children dying and people dying, and just like the news is generally like sad. And so he kind of takes that on. Whereas like I could deliver the news and be okay. I'm not okay with kids dying and stuff, but I could deliver it and it like not take on that energy. And my dog is barking. They see me. But he delivers it. And I know that like he misses sports. So it'll be refreshing for him. And he deserves to like sleep in a bed where the dogs aren't waking him up. And his wife's not waking him up. So two things can be true. I am very excited for him, and I'm very sad that he's leaving me for a week. And I'm like anxious about it. But we're gonna have fun. The kids and I will have fun. It's not like we don't. Like, you know, I'm not like inept. I know how to care for my children and like care for the household. And not gonna lie, like going into my room at like midnight with all the lights on, watching like court on because we have a really big TV that's on our wall, like high up in the air. We built a new bedroom a few years ago and like made a very high ceiling, and the TV's like up really high. So yeah, like when he has to work, he has to go to bed early, and so we have to be quiet. So yeah, I'll be like living it up like Bachelorette style, like chilling, you know, like it'll be fun. I'm a night owl. I get to be a night owl. He'll be 3 hours behind, so it'll be great. But we'll come on here and do some like fun stuff, and he'll give you some like behind the scenes stuff, you know, being out there. So I am excited for him. I may or may not have looked up flights for the whole family. I may or may not have looked at how many days it takes to drive. 6. So like when we got there, he'd be leaving. Then I have to drive home, so that won't work. Yeah, so that won't work. So yeah, and also can't like, I mean, I could take the kids out of school and they'd probably get a really cool education of like unlearning learning. Isn't it called like unschooling when you like take them out in the real life? So I could do that, sure. I don't think the school would like that, but whatevs. But no. I'll stay here with all the dogs and all the kids and you guys, my people. So I'm counting on you to support me. I'm kidding, sort of. But yeah, so we already talked about it. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna like I said, we've enjoyed like coming on here. We've gotten so many amazing messages from you guys, and like thank you for the support. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a soap opera actress or on Broadway. Didn't do either one of those. I became a woman and children's domestic violence advocate, and then a dispatcher, a 911 dispatcher. I got my EMT license, and I became a reserve police officer. Then I had a whole bunch of children. And started my own business, which I still have today. And I design stuff and I make clothes and I have my own business, and that's super fun. And that is what I call free therapy. So I'll be working while he's gone on my store, and I have been like neglecting setting up this. I wanted to make like a little space in our house for me to like, I used to have a desk in the house and all this stuff, and I was like, no, we need to, it was part in the living room, and I was like, no, we need more seating, and we have like 800 couches in our living room, and I was like, that's an exaggeration. I exaggerate, not on the like real stuff, but like on stuff, like obviously we don't have 800 couches, we don't have 900 children, just feels like it. Thanks, Becca. So I'm gonna set up my little space. I'm gonna do it. You'll help with the dogs. You want to come hang, Teresa? You want to come hang with them? You can come hang. Like, listen, guys, my birthday is coming up next month, and I'm going to invite you all to go swimming with me in the ocean on my birthday. I mean, I'm not really, but unless you really want to, like, I go swimming on my birthday in the ocean, February 28th, every year. And it is like a spiritual experience for me to go duck under the water, leave behind the last year, and come up freaking new. I am baptizing myself. I'm also an ordained reverend for the last almost 20 years. So I'm baptizing myself every year on my birthday from now on, because I am alive. So yeah, baptize myself every year in the water. I don't really call it that, but that sounded funny because I call the ocean my church. And to me, that's a very spiritual place. So yeah, I guess I kind of baptize myself every year in the ocean. I will not swim while Lee is gone. I will wait for my birthday. One of my children, Cameron, always swims with me, always goes in the ocean with me on my birthday. Sometimes the other kids join. I think though after most of them did it the first year, they were like, oh, hell no. Even Maya did it. That was like 3 years. She was like 10. She was 10. I had just had surgery and my clothes were washing away, and I was like a little heavier than I am now. So I'm like jumping or like hopping with one foot because I was not supposed to be off crutches, but I was like, oh no, we're not missing this. We're not missing this. And now I just like do it, whether it's freezing or not. February 27th. You're February 27th. I do it February 28th on my birthday every year. This year it's a Saturday. Oh, it is friggin' cold. It is the Maine Ocean. It is freezing. But this thing keeps saying trying to connect, so I don't know. It'll probably kick me off, and I probably should go in the house. Oh, you live in Eastport? Listen, maybe you know what? F it. I'm bringing you all to the ocean. You're coming with me to the ocean this year, which means I'll probably have to dress more appropriately. Maybe not. Whatevs. It's the ocean. Yeah, no, whatever. You're all coming to the ocean with me. I'm going to go live from the friggin' ocean next month. That's a month away. It's not a milestone birthday. It's not. So every birthday that you're alive is a milestone, kids. I'm a kid. I'd like to see my breath. I'm like, yeah. See, I am special. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for letting me tell my story as to why I'm giving Lee crap about leaving. And going to spend time with sweaty men who are naked in their locker room throwing balls around. And I'm going to make it sound like more dirty as the time goes on, because I just like to give them crap. And you guys, like I said, we're going to go live and behind the scenes from the Super Bowl. So, and the whole week leading up to it, I'm getting my stuff to bring in the house. So if you guys have any questions that you are curious about while he's there, send them my way and we're doing it. Also, because we went to an AI movie tonight, I was like, I wonder what AI says about me if I look me up. And we were talking about the fact that there's actually a Facebook group called I Am Lee Goldberg, and multiple Lee Goldbergs are like entertainers, news people, authors, and they have a secret Facebook group called I Am Lee Goldberg. Right? Weird, right? So we're going to New York in May, and I'm like, I want to go see Saturday Night Live. Like, can't you like sneak on in and find an I Am Lee Goldberg? Like, what about the Lee Goldberg in New York? Can't he like get us in? And that's the wrong station. But my Lee Goldberg got like a mean message because that Lee Goldberg didn't talk about a certain amount of snow in Poughkeepsie. And that Lee Goldberg always got messages when we had a baby, the New York Lee Goldberg. So I'm like, can't you talk to that Lee Goldberg and like, can't we go see Saturday Night Live? Like, you get to see the Super Bowl. Like, can't we, like, don't you have some sort of pull? I don't think he does. I don't think he has pull. It's not that cool. But, whatevs. Like, Lee Goldberg. So, oh yeah, I forgot. So I was like, we saw the AI movie tonight. And I'm like, what does AI say about, like, if you type your own name in, what does AI say? Oh my God, you guys. I Googled myself with AI, and AI says that I lead a show here called Coffee with Karen. Have we made it, guys? Because AI says that I have a show called Coffee with Karen on Facebook. It also said some other really nice things, which I appreciated, about like our nonprofits and like that I manage my family, and it knew like everything about us, including like how many like animals and children and the breakdown of the family. AI made me sound really good. Like when I Googled like who am I? And but it said that I have my own show on here called Coffee with Karen. Like, that means it's official. I have to keep it. It's done. You guys are stuck with me. Sorry. I'm going in my house. It's eerily quiet. Eerily quiet. Also, it's like 0 degrees and I cannot feel my hand, and I only wear half a coat. So I hope you guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging with us. And I'm sure I'll be back soon because, you know, now I just can't stop. Bye, guys.